Divorce happens. In fact, it happens to almost 50% of first marriages. So let's talk about it. Welcome to Divorce Happens, a podcast to educate, inspire, support, and yes, make you laugh through divorce and beyond so that you can start fresh on the next phase of your journey. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh.
You get divorced. You get divorced.
Getting divorced?
I'm getting a divorce.
You're getting a divorce.
Because she's getting a divorce.
So what if I get divorced?
Welcome to Divorce Happens, the show where we support you before, during, and after divorce with education, inspiration, and a little bit of laughter. Because as you know, divorce happens, and then you start fresh. I'm Olivia Howell, and today I'm coming to you with a quick solo episode, just you and me, to talk through something I know so many people face during divorce. Let's get started. One of the hardest parts of being unhappy in your marriage is the confusion, the fog, the constant second guessing. Is it really that bad? Am I overreacting? Was that conversation normal, or was it another sign? When you're living inside a relationship that no longer feels right, everything becomes blurry, which is why tracking what actually is happening can bring so much clarity. And I want to say this up front. Tracking what's happening is not about building a case. It's not about catching your partner in something, and it is absolutely not about looking for reasons to leave. Tracking is about noticing patterns that help you understand your emotional reality. The first thing to track is your feelings, not your partner's behavior. Every day, I want you to ask yourself, did I feel supported today? Did I feel respected? Did I feel criticized or dismissed? Did I feel alone even when I wasn't alone? These are not accusations. They're emotional data points. The second thing to track is communication moments, the ones that land heavily, the sigh that made your stomach drop, the sarcastic comment that lingered in your chest, the way a simple question became a full-on argument. You don't have to analyze them. Just note them. When you look back, you'll begin to see patterns you couldn't see when you were busy surviving. Another helpful thing to track is what you're picking the slack up on. Are you managing all the emotional labor, all the kid logistics, all the holiday planning, all the conflict resolution, all the apologies? When you write it down, things that felt quote-unquote normal suddenly look incredibly heavy because they are. You can also track your body's reactions. Tension when they walk in the room, relief when they leave, tightness in conversations, exhaustion after a simple interaction. Your body is brutally honest, often before your mind catches up. And here's something important. Tracking is not about self-blame. This isn't a diary of all the ways you think you're failing. It's not a judgment space. It's a clarity space. You're gathering information to help yourself understand what's actually happening, not the story you've been telling yourself so that you can keep going. What usually happens when people track their marriage for a couple weeks is one of two things. Either they realize, oh, this really is as heavy as it feels, or they realize there are places we can address this. Either way, clarity is a gift. So if you're feeling lost or confused or overwhelmed or stuck, start gently noticing what's happening in your home, in your heart, and in your body. You're not doing this to make a decision. You're doing it simply to understand yourself. And that understanding is the first step toward whatever comes next. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me. Remember, you deserve support, you deserve clarity, and you deserve to rebuild a life that feels like yours. If you need more support, visit freshstartsregistry.com for free resources, vetted experts, and ways to feel less alone. Of course, you can always send me a DM on Instagram at Olivia Howell. I will see you next time. Divorce Happens is produced by Fresh Starts Registry, the only divorce registry platform for everything you need to begin again, including home items, hype team, and everything in between. Remember, divorce happens, and then we start fresh. We're here to support you before, during, and after divorce. Head to freshstartsregistry.com for more info.